Hello there. Welcome to my Alaska homestead. If we haven't met yet, my name's Jared. Last week I talked about my faithful box truck and my unreasonable wife. This week, if you stand there too long, I'm going to put you to work. I don't really have time to chat right now. I got a little bit of a problem. Yesterday I got a bunch of tar paper put up on the side of my shop. Now once you get tar paper put up, you really want to get siding on as fast as you can, because tar paper and wind, they just don't mix. Problem is, I don't have any siding cut. I got a bunch of logs, but no siding. So now, I'm just trying to get my siding cut before the wind turns that tar paper into a huge mess. So I'd love to get cutting lumber right away, but it's been over a year since I fired up the mill, so I know she's going to need a little bit of tender love and care. I've only been sawing for about 2.5 years, so there's a lot I still don't know. But one of the things I do know, if you run your mill without oil, transmission fluid, or sharpening the blade, only bad things are going to happen. Now with milling, bad things are going to happen anyways, but if you can avoid a few of them, that'd be great. Particularly things like needing a new engine. Try and avoid that as much as we can. Gonna do my maintenance, get everything ready to go, and then we'll start cutting lumber. I would have done the maintenance yesterday, but we had to make a run into town to pay for our power pole. Getting power on the homestead, that's high on the wife's list. We made it there about 30 minutes before they closed. Since we're kind of far from town, I expect it'll be a week or two before they can fit us into the schedule. Until then, we'll just rely on our solar and hope for sunny days. Now, if you want to cut lumber, something that's super useful is if your mill will start. However, if it's been a year since you run your mill, chances are the battery's a little bit run down, just like this one. But there's a solution for that. Of course, it wasn't until after I jumped the mill that I noticed the big sticker right on the side that says, "Do not jump this mill. See owner's manual." Well, it worked this time. Let's just go with it. One thing that's pretty constant with milling is there's good logs and there's bad logs. And you won't know whether the log you're working on is a good one or a bad one until you crack it open. Now some logs you can just sail right through, be done in a couple hours. Other logs, it might take you half a day. It'll just give you that many problems. In my experience, about every third log or so is the troublemaker. I need to get 6 or 8 logs cut. Now if everything went well, that'd be like a day and a half, 2 days. If everything goes poorly, 3-4 days. So I'm looking at least probably 3 days before I can get enough siding cut to cover up that tar paper. The weather's looking reasonable right now, but you know how accurate the weather forecast is. Well, let's get this log cracked open and see if it's a good one or a bad one. all that's left of that log. Not too shabby. So, 18 off of that bad boy. I'll take it. Well, all the cut logs are done. So, now we're going to pull another one off to cut. Hopefully this guy right here is going to be the one. I think if I grab it with the skid steer over there, lift and drop, I think it'll come. That's the theory. We'll see what happens. Unlike most homesteaders, I got almost zero chainsaw experience. I probably got about 2-3 hours behind the trigger, and it shows. If you can't get a chainsaw started, you're not going to be able to cut lumber. At least the mill's got electronic ignition. Pull cords, kick my trash. I still got a lot of learning left to do, particularly when you're sawing logs bigger around than your chainsaw bar is long. But I think I'd have problems even on small logs. I still gotta learn the basics, obviously. Hopefully my inexperience with chainsaws won't keep me from getting my siding cut. Not too shabby. We need 63, and I have 7 up there, so we should be good. We're gonna need more of those, but those are easy. And then I need 12 of those for the soffit. 7, so 5 more. Shouldn't be too hard. They went pretty dang flawlessly. So, got 4 logs cut. And that'll be enough for all of the siding except for the tall parts on the ends. Use some longer ones for the tall parts. That log pretty well finished out our Saturday night. I'm a believer in the good book. Its teachings have served me well. One of the things I never understood was taking Sunday off. But it is one of the Big 10. Since all the other teachings I've tried have served me pretty well, I try and rest on Sunday. Now that probably means different things to different people. For me this week, it means a trip to town for church and blueberry pancakes. And I do love blueberry pancakes. I've been too busy to have blueberry pancakes the rest of the time, but since I'm trying to take it easy, that's what we're having for breakfast. I've got friends that say taking the Sabbath off helps them get farther ahead on the other days of the week. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't see any way that not working for a day will get you farther ahead. So I've got this little internal struggle. I got a lot to get done, but I'm going to take the day off. Those logs will be there tomorrow, and I suppose even if I got the logs cut, I'd have another pressing issue. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my blueberry pancakes. I'm still pretty terrible at this, but what are you gonna do? At least I cut it, didn't pinch my blades, so that's what we'll take that. If you're gonna enjoy blueberry pancakes on Sunday, you may as well take a moment to enjoy some of the beautiful things you come across on Monday. I never want to forget the reason I moved up here. We were about 3/4 of the way through this log. We looked up and we had some visitors. Now I suppose I'm going to spend a good portion of the rest of my life trying to get off grid. But after living on just a generator and solar for a few weeks, the thought of having power doesn't sound so terrible. Up, just has to be connected. Now I just have to do my part, get the box in, get the cable run to the shop, then they'll come back and connect everything. We will officially no longer be off the grid. Not sure how I feel about that. This one ended up being oddly shaped. Almost nothing left here. Quite a bit left right there. But That's probably more me than the tree, so we'll take it. Got all those out of it. Not too shabby. And those as well. So, good progress on that tree. So it's only halfway through Monday morning, and I've got all my siding cut. And a power pole in too. I might have to reevaluate my logic on taking Sunday off. Apparently, Sunday takes care of the naughty logs too. As always, I don't really care if you like or subscribe. If you swing by next week, you'll see us race against the rain, struggle with geometry, and take some time for the more important things in life.
Nice.
See you then.
I got bait. Well, I hate to say it, but
I got
it's
off.
bigger than mine. You win. Nice. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you